Hello and welcome to the next episode. This is our series which is all about this leg room and of course my life. Now in this one we are going to fix everything I did wrong in the last upload. So the one big mistake upload, which is just over 2 hours long of me getting absolutely nowhere, well, we're going to fix that straight away in the following episode because, well, it just didn't go to plan. Now it might look all right. You might think, oh, it doesn't look too bad, and to be honest, it doesn't. It looks okay against the brickwork and everything else, but this absolute moron cannot work out the amount of studs per table, and I got the tables mixed up with regards to the size, and well, that doesn't fit, and I still don't have two others. So it wasn't exactly the greatest of success, but there's a new plan in place. Hopefully this one should go smoothly up until the point the new unit needs to go in here. So the single cube's coming out, that's going to be replaced with a double, which will then have a matching thing all the way across, and then every single modular will have a fascia in every single one. And yes, that is Pumpkin having a good explore and seeing exactly what is going on, but there is only one way I can do this, because I have to have half in each cube. So it either has to be a full base plate and a half or a half base plate to make it 2.5 base plates in total, because that is all you can fit as a fascia of the front. So it's going to be good fun trying to pair all of these modulars up and basically making the best display that we possibly can do. And then, again, me being stupid, Ninjago will come straight back onto the back of this table because it looked by far a lot better on the back just here. And then I will be picking out the units and all the broken bits and pieces up onto the top of the table, and it's just all together. Then it'll be in the way, and then it will force me to get it all fixed. So we are righting a wrong in this upload, and then we can carry on with the monstrosity of what is that huge Star Wars display on the other side of the room. But that can be left alone for now. The paint is still drying, so we can just crack on with this. So with that being said, let's get to it. So I think what we learned from the last upload is I am an absolute pillock and I need to learn to count base plates, because it doesn't look too bad. We've got all of the other modulars there. We were going to create a nice little diorama with the road plate and all of that kind of thing. Basically, we run out of space. There's not enough space for all of the modulars, which is a little bit of a pain. So they are going to be going underneath. We are going to have a nice fascia of everything. And like I said, it's going to be a little bit tricky because it has to be done as a unit and a half or a half, because you can only get 2.5 modulars per front of each cube. Now we should have, by the time we've built the rest of the little bits and pieces and done all the bits, it's going to be 14 or 15 I think we've got enough space for. So the Natural History Museum will have to go obviously with something, the Assembly Square will obviously have to go with something, then the 4 individual units that I've got will obviously have to go with something as well. So it's just going to be a case of, can we make this look as neat, as tidy as possible? Now the other 2 problems that I've got, because we always like a problem on this channel, is I am struggling to actually move stuff from table to table because, well, it was all in. And now I haven't got anywhere to put anything, which is a bit of a pain. So I've got to sort of kind of wing that as I go, because I don't particularly want to be climbing up the table all the time. And the other thing is, when it comes to building this double cube, it's going to be a nightmare, I think, because I think the best thing to do is probably just take that leg off and then get it in, because it's not going to be the easiest thing to build in situ, because it's actually quite long. It's just not fun, because I've got I've got table leg, there's 2 table legs there, a table leg there and a table leg there, because of how these angles go. And I can't remember if this cube actually just slots between the 2. I really hope it does, but we'll worry about that in what is probably going to be the second half of this video. So what we're going to do right now, God, you are filthy again, is we are going to start, best I can, give you a clean, is move you somewhere. So I need to put you somewhere, and I need to take some of the modulars off. So I think what I'm going to have to do, there we go, is start off by literally clearing a little bit of space. Well, I'm going to have to clear the space in the cubes and then just put the modulars straight in the cubes. I think that's the easiest thing to do, and then we can just crack on and go from there. So we are going to start off in the bottom left corner. Now I'm just tipping you down so you can kind of see. You are balancing on the Avengers tower, which is obviously nice and risky because you fall off. Not only are you going to fall off the height of the tower, you're then going to go straight down the loft ladders as well. So that's going to keep everything nice and fruity. So I'm going to clear this back or bottom left. Now we have put these modulars in the path past, and I tried to make a full path / street. That is not what we're going to be doing this time. Like I said, we are going to bring the modulars all the way to the front, and then it will actually allow me to put these things in behind them, so they'll basically be hidden storage, which is nice. So there is a bit of a plan of attack and a little bit of method to the madness. Now these were never staying in here anyway. These were actually going to go in a different display, and now it's time to get that sorted. So there's lots and lots of changes, especially with all of the tiles that have been added in to the Star Wars bits and pieces. Now if you are enjoying the Star Wars uploads, you have got plenty more of those to come. We've got lots more different bits and pieces to get in with regards to all of the other odds and sods of things, but like I said, that will have to wait. It'll probably be happening in the next week or so, I would imagine, and then we'll be good to go. But I need to get this roof brown again because, well, I started to do it white for the Winter Village, and obviously we ran out of space and yada 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 like we normally do. But we've got a little fresh shop down here, which I now think will work quite well. So in case anybody is wondering, the paint has taken really well to that back wall. That is, the orange is just there or thereabouts dry now after its second coat. No brick dust problems, everything's been treated nicely. So it is looking, he says, half decent. Now that is going to make an interesting display, I think. We can do something with those. Now if I just have this clear, we should start be able to sort of daisy chain between the two. Now I know what the first one is going to go in because it's not going to be, I can see it, but it's not going to be seen on camera that much, and I don't think people really mind too much. It's the pet shop, because the, oh yeah, I don't know. No, it's not. It's going to be the brown townhouse. That's what we're going to put in, the brown townhouse, because the pet shop's pretty cool. So it's a weird set, this one, because of the colour palette that they used. And for a theme park, the townhouse I can get away with, but a pet shop's quite difficult. But I can put some small dinosaurs in front of it from the Jurassic Park section, I think, and just get away with it that way. This is what I mean again. I'm doing this again, just balancing over here. But I now have to make the decision. Oh, come on. Oh, no. Make the decision of... Hang on. I just need to concentrate for a second. What is that? Oh, it's because I've wedged it in, didn't I? Yeah, I just need to make the decision of... Are we going for a big one or two small ones to follow? I think I'm going to go for two 32 by 32s. I'm stuck. Two 32 by 32s. There we go. And then the top run. Oh, I might go underneath each other. Might go. I don't know whether to go underneath each other. Stepped. Because the Natural History Museum and the Assembly Square. I don't know whether to put across the top two shelves, but you're not really going to see. This bit's cut off ever so slightly from the camera, but I can see it when I come up, so that's not too much of an issue, because this table will be tidy, so that'll be all right. And then the next two that will come underneath. So we've got the bottom run of stuff. So I could do it the other way around and hide the corner garage, but don't particularly want to do that as well. And I've been trying to get organised. I've started to find a load of base plates, as you might see just here. I actually don't know where you're pointing that high up. It's quite eerie, because if you fall off, you're going to end up hitting me. if we put the Palace, we'll go with the Palace and Natural History Museum. I think look quite smart together, but I don't know if the bank would look better, to be honest. I might put the bank with the History Museum, and then I think the architecture of this Palace would go better with the Assembly Square, and that's your 2.5. And I think I'll put them over the top of each other. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I'll put them over the top of each other. So I need two 32 by 32s now for this bottom one just here. And then we're going to put something in the middle. I've just stopped to check to make sure you can actually see what is going in, and I think you can, kind of. I don't know if you're a bit blurry or not, but like I said, you're quite high up, so we'll just hope for the best and just keep going on. So what I need to do, actually, while I'm stood up here, is I need to move some other little bits and pieces around so you can kind of see what's going on. So you're going to have to come up that way. And you're going to go like that, because the track of Harry Potter is in the way, because I put this in last. So that now, hopefully, can go in the middle, and then I can start pairing up the different bits and pieces. So I think the full base plate and a half with one, full base plate and a half with one here, and then we can mix and match some of the others up there, I think. No, I keep saying I think, because I really don't know. Because you always try and make like a full road, like a full street, but doing it this way, the hardest one is to put anything with the garage. That's obvious, because the only thing that's not going to work in this scenario is the garage. Now that might end up going somewhere else. I could actually potentially put that on top of the new one at the very, very corner, so it kind of looks like it's a road to nowhere. And I'm picking this up. Oh my days. Right, there we go. So that is in. Whew. Okay, so we have got over on this side, we've got the pool, Owls, the diner, and a couple of other units. Now if I can push these, which I think I can, if I can push these back a little bit, and we should be able to go double. Yeah, so we can go too deep on those, and then I can just grab the module I need. I think that's probably the best way of doing it. Right, so police station is moving again. Diner is moving again. So I would quite like, as a bit of a silly Easter egg, the Soaps and Suds and the police station side by side. So I would like the bank and the police station side by side, because it would be the worst police detective stuff ever. Yes. So that's those four there. So I could have just had it like that. Just had it, those four. Just made it look really, really busy as a street, and not worried about it, but not really gone to plan. So just got to remember the bank is behind me. But they'll be seen down there, the fascias and the modulars will be seen, so that'll be okay. So yeah, Owls definitely needs to move, so the pet shop can go down. I'm just trying to create space in that corner to move the Batman stuff out, because the Batman's going to be its own standalone display with this Joker, and then it frees up another queue, so I don't have to put it up on the floor, obviously, which is, well, he says it's easier said than done, because I'm sure then it's probably going to fall apart. Right, I've just moved you yet again. I can't remember the last time I stopped and started the camera so many times. It's because I can't reach you. And if I spin you around, you're going to fall off and it's just going to be an absolute mess. This is just, it's going to get thrown in because the coloured base plates I don't have, but I've used them for the Star Wars display, but there are more already on order. So when they arrive and I get back round to getting the correct colours out, we will be having a bit more of a diorama display being added. But for now, we will just go with the cars on the white table, basically, and then just go from there. And I'll just take all the minifigures off, we'll place them on, and like I said, we'll focus on the Batman DC stuff at a later date. But at the same time, I do quite like the fact that Shadowbox is going to be open again, and we should be able to see exactly what is going on. So that is a load of minifigures. Am I going to not? It's just not a good place to put it, is it? They're just going to fall off like that. Right, so I now need to get this thing back out from here. It's not been in here too long, like everything else, but never mind. We will do what we can do. It still needs to be repaired. I say this every single time I move it, because as you can tell, I move everything all the time. Right. We're up. We're out. And we're going into this corner, like so. Please, oh no. Please, I was about to say, please have enough swing. Like, always lift this door up from the bits that you're not supposed to. And it always just falls apart. I find this very, very flimsy, to be honest, but it's just me. I don't think you can see what I'm doing, but I'm basically fighting the top. Of course it doesn't. Of course it doesn't fit, does it? No. No, there's me thinking that would be really easy, and it's that big. I need to move even more modulars, I think. So we are wedged stuck. Anything and everything else that you want to see, but yes, you can see the Batman symbol is coming back, which is great. I found the D, by the way, the missing D bit from the diner. I'm putting it on now. Diner has been repaired. See, as easy as that. That's got to move. That'll go there. Stormy weather out there today. That goes there. See, the whole corner's now come off. How is that even possible? How is that even possible for that to do what it's done? See, you can't push the door open. And I've reinforced it at the bottom. Definitely built it wrong. Definitely, definitely. Now what are we stuck on? Everything. We're stuck on everything. We've now got to move the Joker Manor over. Hopefully that amount of space that we've got just there will give us the wiggle room of what we need. Ooh, that did not sound positive. Nope. Oh dear Lord. The back. Oh, this thing is so big. So big. I'll have to have a play with this. I'll play with it later. Set, that is. Because depending on how many base plates I need for what will be the new Ninjago display, the back thing might actually have to go across the back. It might be mixed and matched in. I don't know whether to go as a corner or a straight line. That will be a decision for a different upload, because I have got two options. I either go in a straight line across the back, obviously, and then just build the display in front of it, or I do it as an L shape and build it out that way. But if I want the Harry Potter and stuff with it, I just don't know. So all I'm doing at the moment is I'm moving as per normal everything down. I can go as a corner, or you can go as a very, very long straight line, which would take up basically a whole table. But I could have the alleyway. Oh, hang on. Let's just, I'm not getting carried away. I am. But if that came to the edge of the table, and that was there, like so, can I fit these two and the bat symbol in? Because what would be pretty cool is, obviously to save space, is you look down the alleyway and you see the bat symbol, or you see a bit of the bat symbol or whatever else, but I don't know if it will fit. But that is in the corner. So that's as much as it's got to give with regards to that. That is basically fallen completely apart. Yeah, there you go, that's wrecked. So that is in the corner, it's right on the edge of that table. And that is that. But can I, it's a very, very, very quick test. It's not on the same table anymore. I think it will. Just. Yeah, it will. So if I wanted to, I could block some of the bat symbol off with it. So it would just go as a straight line. Right, different time, different upload. More games to be played, because as it stands right now, we need not worry about anything at the moment. I think car can go there, car can go there. I just need to get the cars out of the way. What is that doing there? That's not the correct vehicle to be in that corner whatsoever. We have got the animated series and the tumbler to come in, and that's freed up that Kallax, and then we can just keep playing the game. I don't even know why I'm attempting to put them in neatly whatsoever. So we are back to here. Basically, we're back into that unit just there. You're going to stay there for on this one. Yeah, so I'm thinking Natural History Museum and Bank is what I said for that one. And of course, with me moving all these bits and pieces over, I have just blocked, because I'm an idiot, all of the stuff I need. So that's now I've got to go back over here. A good bit of exercises. Over we go. Just didn't even think of that. I know one or two of these aren't going to fit perfectly well, but you can get 2.5 base plates a cube. That is it. You are off just from 3 base plates, which is highly annoying. Highly, highly annoying. That is a really awkward way of doing that. So that will kick in like so. That will go to the front like there. That will go there. Yeah, got a nice little path. That works. I like the fascia of that one. That one's okay. Because you've got the side way, obviously you can carry on. I can put some bits and pieces behind there. If I can get it a little bit more lit, maybe from the back, I'll just work it out. But I think it's bright enough from the front. But yes, you've got literally a few studs on that side and a few studs on that side. So you're shy from 3, which is obviously slightly annoying. But I think the architecture of those 2 buildings actually complement each other quite nicely. So 2 done so far. We'll worry about that later. Now we need to get the... Ooh, I don't know what's going to go across the top on the next one. Could have the police station. No. Police station. Something else, and the other townhouse could go there. Townhouse would definitely have to go in that corner. The bike from the back wheel, because if I can, I want to get this huge UCS tumbler. I want to get up on the wall. That's what I would like to do. He says as he's just pulled the wheel off. There might be a way of doing it, but that would be a different day when I've actually got some sort of other thought in place. But for now, it can just be dumped in this corner. And like I said, we will do a Harry Potter DC upload and get this neat and tidy. And I can hopefully have the base plates in by then, and it'll just be there. So Police Station Jazz Club might look quite nice together. Yeah, try it. The restaurant. Well, we can't really have the restaurant and the diner side by side, can we? So you're there. I'm looking for you. Going, where are you? You're there. Let's have the jazz club by the bank, because that's nice, bright, vibranty colours. So that's gone in. That can go up there. These are actually going to be useful for a while. Yeah, that one works. That one works there. Does the Owls Detective go with it? Got the red and the blue side by side with the pool table. Oh! What a combination that is. Why have I never done that before? That looks fantastic, those two together. Thank you very much indeed. I will take that. Yeah, I should have done that, but obviously don't forget I take all the Marvel characters that are hiding off just there. So the next one that will go will just be pool table or pet shop. Pet shop's got the same sort of windows. Pet shop might look quite nice there. So we've got pet shop, pool table, Owls Detective. No. What are we left with? Bookshop and the other townhouse. Now we'll go for the townhouse. I think the other townhouse is going to be more awkward to pair up, whereas a pet shop can go with a few other bits and pieces. So I think we can get that in there to the front. Now for these, I'm just going to leave a gap in the middle, but on this, I'll pull it over all the way so we can see it's just to that leg, so we don't actually lose anything. And then obviously when this suitcase is moved, we'll be able to get this one, he says, trying all the way over, and you'll be able to see it from the loft ladders nicely. Actually, it looks all right. Yeah, that works. I really like those two as a combination together. I think that pair looks great. And I'm also really happy with that. So yeah, as a fascia, because that's all it is, it's like a facade, fascia, whatever it is that you want to think of, just as a little bit of theming. I can add characters in. We could try and make it out that they go up and down the different levels and they're just walking around a maze, just like a city maze or just something, which would be pretty, to be fair, that'd be pretty cool. If we just put a little entrance in, we could just have a modular maze. I might have just made that up. Modular maze might be an actual thing coming to the channel. But what do we put next to the corner garage? Because that is the one that I don't know if it's going to work. I still haven't figured out where I'm supposed to hold you. I have no idea whatsoever. Because it's actually quite tricky trying to pair up 1.5s and 2.5s. Police station. Police station diner might or might not go together. Oh, we could have a food hall. Do we have a food hall? We just put the two restaurants side by side. That kind of makes sense. So that would be. Why are you stuck looking at me? So that would bug up. That would be that one. That one. This is probably going to end up falling off again. And ooh, that one. And you got like an open staircase on both sides. Or the pet shop's in the middle of the two, which could work. I think that would be better. Yeah, because you've got a walkway on the outside. Other way, right, I do that. Do I commit to putting that there, or do we go with the... Because the cinema, I think, would have to go the opposite side. I quite like that as a little thing. So there's the little jukebox bit that's missing from the front of that. So what have we got to play with? Because we've got a good bit of space, I think, because with the new one that's going in, we would get, yeah, we're actually going to have spare. So I could pull the garage out and have that as the hotel or something, a new one. But which way does the cinema look best? Because it's a double street like that one. If we had it that way, I think you can see. What do we want to look at? Posters or inside the building? Probably quite nice to look at the inside of the building for a change. So if it was that way, we could do the same. We could do the opposite of that, where it was the one in the. If we're going for a maze as a maze effect, it would make sense because it would have the base plate in half and a base plate just there. but I am going to have to commit for now, until I know exactly how many more will go in, with what's going to go beside the garage. Because I think those three, that as a 2.5 would work. So that's one. So I'm going to be left with, I think I'm going to be left with 1.5. So what's going to go in the new cube will be the police station by itself, or the garage, and the police station goes down by the townhouse. We'll play with that at the end. Let me just get them in and we'll see, because I think I'm confusing myself a little bit, to be honest. Can we put you a little bit lower? So I am quite concerned that you were going to fall on my head, to be honest. So I think you can see the cubes from there. That might be a bit of a, I don't know, is a better view or not, but you're there, so you can kind of see what's going on. Right, so in here was our horror section, and we had the He-Man castle and stuff like that. So we will obviously, with all this extra space that we've got from the modulars going, we've got a lot more display to play with on the other side. It has been suggested by Mr. J's Toy Collection UK, who I can't thank enough actually, came up with the mathematics for me for this while walking around IKEA getting something for himself. Quickly worked out on the spot that there should be enough with an extra unit to fit them all in. So well done at Mr. J's Toy Collection UK for that. Otherwise I would still be headbutting the wall and crying. But I can already tell this looks better. I hope it's coming through on camera, but visually that I think looks clean. I just need to drop that suitcase down and tidy up underneath this table a little bit, so it lets a little bit more light in, because obviously that huge suitcase is blocking everything off. But if I was to, yeah, everything, we can mess around with it or put a light or something underneath there, but you can definitely do something with that. Now the stranger things, this thing has moved so many times that it kind of wants its own permanent home. Now the nice thing we've got is what I'm going to be doing on, good grief, what was it, 4 tables, is exactly what I've done with the Clone Wars display. It's all been pathed. It's all going to go to its own thing. So each standalone model, like the Jurassic Park gates and all that kind of thing, will be able to have its own display, which would be great. And then obviously it would be colour coded like it would be in a theme park. It would just be a bit more of an open area, which, fingers crossed, we should get away with. There's Jason's cabin. This little thing down here. So that just reminds me of Friday the 13th. Right, this one can go in. I know the top of this isn't going to fit, so if that annoys me, what I might end up doing is putting this with the police station, because I think it might have a bit more room and it might fit up there. So we will see. But that for now could go there. I could make a really silly little display just in front of it, where if I just got some bits of wood like these bits just here and just put it here, it's not going to cause any problems whatsoever, and had the long crane and it was actually passing the piece up onto the roof to make it look like it's supposed to have done that. I think that could potentially work. Again, I'm guessing, I hope you're low enough. More He-Man. Now you're going to don't worry about what's about to happen. The nice thing is with this is that it just splits that easy. 2 or 3 separate pieces nice and simple, easy enough to move, and give it its due. As long as you don't crack the base plates, it is sturdy enough. So yeah, it's a little bit plasticky, obviously, as it's going to be, because it's from a toy company rather than a construction company, but it works, it does the job, and I think we're alright. So I've just thought of something horrendous, which is not going to be fun, because I'm going to have to move these boxes soon. I want to move the boxes, they're going to have to go underneath the table to start with, because they're going to finish on top of this Kallax, so they're going to be in the, they'll end up in the way. But at the moment, right, I am, just so you're aware, going to move this and grab this. So that is what I'm about to do. Yes. It'd just be interesting to see how dark it's coming across on camera, because I can actually see this really well in person, which is nice. I think you can get some nice photos, but I do quite like the fact that we can have it as a maze. Modular maze. That is going to be trademarked. Coming to this Lego theme park now. That is what this is going to be. So there's some more base plates there, so I can go through the colours of those. Tony Stark, just randomly. Oh dear. I don't want that. Honestly, I'm far too violent with these things. So this is my first ever modular. First ever modular, picked up in a huge sale from Smith's. And then from there on, it's daisy chained everything. Now, do not ever do what I'm doing at home, because I'm going hands free down the ladder. Oh, and it's not great. I just want to get that in. Oh no. Come on, thank you. Right. Oh yes, thank you very much. I like that. Don't like that. What's just pinged off? Oh, it's just gone all the way down the stairs. Hang on. I found it. That little thing. So is that not going to fit on? Or will it fit on? It will fit on. It's just on there. Oh, that is sweet. Right, we're on, which is good. So that'll come to the front. That'll come over. Yeah, I quite like that. I quite like... Yeah, because you see... Especially when you're coming up the loft ladders, you've just got the door on the side. So I think if it was facing the other way, it'd be a little bit harder to see. I don't think you'd see it on camera as well. But again, you've got the bit that goes all the way down, just like you've got on that one. Because don't forget, this has two entrances. That one's only just got the one on the side. So it's bizarre when they do these corner units, because you've got an entrance in the middle. You've got a double door entrance on this one, which is great. And then this one, really, there's supposed to be a modular that goes that way and a modular that goes that way, because this is supposed to have road around here just for this, for the car to go in and out. Now, obviously I have got the option of just doing that, so we have the same thing, and because it's technically a maze, they can walk round through and obviously behind the house, and it will fit the truck on the inside, and I can put a little bit of theming with the car. So that is not the end of the world, because that is obviously exactly the same as that one, but it just needs to go with something. I just don't know if that would work better with that or not. I don't know if this, does the Palace go with that? Let's try it. Let me know in the comment section which one do you prefer. That's if anybody's actually watching this, because I don't blame you over the monstrosity that happened last time. So if I take this one out, because I've only got 3 corner units to play with at the moment, and the rest are all straight. So I could obviously just put a straight one in, but putting a corner unit in. Let me get that right. Where the heck is that? Oh, no. Still got enough from that. So can I get the garbage? Trying to do this, trying to be hands-free on the ladder is really not a good idea. I know it's not a good idea, but yeah, I keep doing it. I think the architecture goes better, doesn't it? Because this is set, you can see how far that's set back. Maybe the palace goes with the police station then. And I use that like that. And then I just put 2 facing forward on there. Because I suppose you couldn't really see, you can see more. You can see more. I'll leave it like that and see if it grows on you. Let us know what you think. Do you think that's... It looks... Yeah, I don't know. Because it's not until you do something like that you realise actually how far the building is actually set back. But if I put a car and things in there... The cinema works there, but I just don't think it's the right kind of roofing and things. I think it's the completely wrong period, which isn't exactly fantastic. So that leaves us then, well, the space down here. That's all it'll leave us, because if I just bring that townhouse forward like so, that is space, which I will just put bits and pieces in for now. And then we've got the bookshop up at the top. Right, so oh, he says, laughing. Police station, bookshop. No, we're going to go restaurant either side of the pet shop, won't we? That's what I said. Which then leaves us a combination of the cinema, police station, and library. And kind of by fluke, we can kind of do the same thing. Now the problem I've got now is that's obviously going to go in here, and all of that needs to go here, and I need to move those little bits and pieces over. So I will now very quickly just move these base plates up and off the floor. That's my bottom, but the truck can just be parked there. And then what we'll do is this table will be the modulars. Yeah. Because if I can move the modulars over, or some of the modulars obviously, over to here, which would be great. And what that will allow me to do is the boxes that are on there, I think in Ninjago, and I can put the Ninjago tubs up on here. Ninjago stuff comes back over, and we should be all right. He says. That's the plan. Want to be a good plan, but it's a plan. So, and as you can tell with the Disaster Series stuff, they are all very raw uploads. Rather than me sitting down and being, amazing and having it all polished and this is what we're going to do, bish bash bosh. No, I kind of do it, I think, how other people would do it, should I say, rather than doing it off camera to then do it on camera. I don't like doing that, so yes, this Harry Potter is going to have to come back over, I think. Yeah, I just need to free up as much space as I can. That's what we're. So this is going to come back over to here. This is going to be an interesting table now. Oh no! Caught it, but I still smashed the roof. Ah. Bugger. We don't want that. We don't want that. I don't know what other pieces were involved in that, to be honest. I can't. I've got so many broken bits on the floor, as you can tell. I don't know what was involved. I haven't got a clue what way this is supposed to go. It's not that difficult. I think it's only 4 bits. And a bit in the middle. Right, that's that when I need it next. That's all the pieces for that. That's the dragon. So what I was about to say is that this is going to make quite an interesting display. Definitely is now. Flipping, but there's another piece. And there's another piece. Oh dear. So I'm going to have to yeah, repair all of that nonsense as we go. If I can just get the rest of the Lego room looking that neat and tidy, it would be splendid. So what I am going to do now is just walked into the. Try again. What I am going to do right now is I need to push these under a little bit further for potentially some of these, because I'm going to need some swing, I think, to come in and around. That orange thing is going to get sold, or I'm just going to use it for spare parts. I think that's the best option. How many of these tubs can I get up on here without having to move all of that stuff? Because there's three tubs underneath here, and when I say they're wedged, they are. The third one was dirty. Right, so this is Ninjago. Like I said, I am purposely going to have these in the way, and we'll be all right. Yeah, that display is definitely going to have to come over that way. Definitely going to have to come over that way, I think. Second tub of Ninjago. So I think what my new plan for Ninjago January is now Ninjago February. Smooth transaction. Is when I'm waiting for pieces for the Star Wars section to come in, I can actually get these bits and pieces built. Especially with the news of the new one that's supposed to be coming, and there's one that I'm missing. I'm going to have to count all the base plate. That's why I'm not too sure if there should be, but we'll figure that out in the other uploads. I think I might just do Ninjago, Harry Potter and Batman all at the same time, because I don't think I'm going to be able to finish the Batman or know where Batman's going to go until that's all. Well, that's Ninjago, that is just bricks. So there is another tub somewhere, but that's got to come out anyway. Yeah, let's keep you there. I've got some table legs, which helps nobody in this situation, does it? I've got a 3/4 built Ecto 1, which will now never work in this display, so probably just get sold. Sell that. This is going to get sold, I think, because I've now got no use for this whatsoever. It's a cool ship, it's got a lot of detail, but I think unless I use it for spare parts, it's just going to go. And this is the problem I have, because where it's going to go right now is in the way, and that is not where I want it, because I'm just going to stand on that. I can't push that back to get it on. Oh, can it fit up on there? Can it fit up on there? It's got a very large wingspan, that's for sure. Yes. Okay, good. Right, the next thing, this thing is now disintegrating. I don't know what this is all about, but that is 2 of the turbines. I actually think I know where I'm going to put that turbine station now. So that will be coming back. That could be good theming for some water, which would be nice, exciting to me, and I'm sure Jay's Toy basically it's Jay's Toy Collections UK's favourite set, and he's really disappointed that it's not, you know, being looked after. So he's done so much with me for help and stuff that I kind of feel that, all right, I should do what I can. So Jay, don't you worry, I've heard your cries, we understand. Right, this is the problem. This is a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, because I think this was built in here. So I either get the drill and then prop this leg up, which the more I think about it, the more it's probably not the best of ideas, because, well, it's going to fall over. But the other cube would just go straight in, straight out, and I could keep that box there. Because that's full of instructions. That's full of destructions as well. But yeah, this single cube, I'm going to have to take it apart. I don't think it goes through that hole. I don't think. Well, I've just lied to everybody. That's exactly how it went in. Right, I apologise. So it goes in this way. I could move the marble. I could move you. I'm not going to. That marble ship's knackered anyway, so. Single cube, anybody? Maybe got any ideas for a single cube? Right, I'm going to get rid of this. The other one is downstairs ready to be built. I think I'll just figure out how to get the other one in. It's either leg off or it gets built in situ. And I don't think I can turn it on itself. We can try. So you'll go to a time lapse why I'm building it, if I build it in situ. Or I build it down. I build it out the room, carry it up the loft ladders, and it goes in as one if I took that leg off. And if I do that, obviously it won't go to a time lapse. So whatever it goes to, you now know the decision that I'm going to do. Right, well, the fact I'm talking to you, you can now kind of tell exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to build it in situ, which means I'm going to have to lie with the ladder wrapped around my legs, which is not exactly going to be fun. And I'm going to plonk you just in there. So it's got to be built upside down to then be flipped over on itself. So what I want to check first is just to make sure it actually does fit. And you might think, oh, you've got loads of room. I do. But I think what a lot of you don't realise is I've had to raise, as always, the tables up and I've had to raise the tables up because when the loft ladders come in, they were actually hitting the table. So I've actually had to raise it up so it misses it, so it goes through. So I've managed to get all the wood, get them the same, and it just happens to be that that thickness, then it's the same height for that as well. Now the gaps I will do in the Batman upload, so it will be wiggled around ever so slightly. Now my other thing that I'm trying to forward plan is it's going to be off kilter. It's going to be staggered. So if I am going to bring this table forward, I might as well just have that like that, and it's just stepped, which isn't too bad. And then that would, if I went back, empty pack of Eurofin, if I went back to the cinema in that bit, I could put the crane there or something else just down on that bit. So yeah, we have got some options now. Because I'm not putting the middle piece in, I am hoping that this should just be easy enough, simple enough, and we can just crack on and get it done, really. So if this is the bottom, I'm going to have to try and just lift it up, put it in, and whack him in. So that's already the wrong way around, so that's not started well. I've just spun that the wrong way around on itself, like an idiot. There we go. First mistake averted. So hopefully, he says, I can just get all 4 of these in. And then what we'll be able to do is just try and get you placed there. See, this one should be the easy one, he says. The next one I think is going to be a bit problematic because of where the next one actually is. Right, the first one's bit. Put that into there, get the second one in before you tighten them both up. And then just hope that we can go, but don't forget I am stood and kneeling in between all of this nonsense, so it's just horrible to try and do it like this, but needs must and all that. Somehow I've just found a different Allen key. I don't know where this Allen key's come from, but I'm going to use this one. I think this one might be a bit better. He says if I can actually get it in and twisted. Come on. Fantastic. Come on, bite, please. Thank you. No. The top should just go on like an absolute dream. But the bottom, because I'm doing it at the wrong angle, can I just do it like that now? No, that's still really tight. It's pulling it in, so we're alright, it's biting. Just not happy. Don't blame it, I'm not happy in this position either. If I end up vomiting all over the camera, I'm not going to lie, kind of feels like I'm going to, then, oh dear, I apologise in advance. Right, if I can just turn this round and do the exact same thing again, that would be marvellous. If I've got the height, which I don't. I've got the turning circle, which I don't think I have, but I've done it. Yes. Bodged in indeed. Absolutely bodged in indeed. on there, drill the next two in, and then hopefully just flip it over. If it did that, it might. It won't, will it? I think I'm going to box myself in doing this. Can I? Come on, you can just go. That's... Oh, it's really uncomfortable, I'm not going to lie. Ah. Oh, come on. I hate doing things like this underneath here. It's been so much easier if I just had the room. It's literally a 2-second job. Oh, and I'm sat on a bit of wood, and it's not very pleasant. That is screw number 4. I've had these before where the screws haven't actually been pre-drilled. I just hope all of this is actually going to be worth it, because I can just see this not working. That's what I'm doing. I think I might have been a moron. Even more so than normal. I don't understand why this is hurting as much. There's an extender piece in here, which no, there's not. That might be why, because this thing's so small. Is this one actually better? No, it's even worse, and that's the one that came with it. I think the holes that these are going in are a little bit tight. Right, that's that. Should never have been that tight anyway, but will it do it? That's the thing. Where are you going to go? There. Yes, it will. There we go. Right, that's good. That's flipped over on itself. I don't know where that's come from. One of them's not even in. That's not ideal, is it? Why has that done that? Right, well, you can see exactly what's going to happen. I just need to put the top on, put 4 more bits in. I can just bosh them in nice and quickly now, and then basically, yeah, it'll be done. So I will catch back up with you when this is finished. Right, that was a fun game to play, but it is all in. I said it was easy enough. It was just very, very awkward trying to do it underneath this, which you couldn't really get your arm around. But he's all in. I brought him all the way forward because I think this table is going to actually have to come round and do some little bits and pieces basically once it's in, because for some reason it's coming off from here, which is what I've said before, and it's opened itself up here, but I can bring it over that way ever so slightly. So I don't know why I've done that. Oh, I do know why I've done that, and why it's over this way more, because the loft ladders must hit there. Everything basically. So I will basically, in the next upload, a bit of a spoiler, well, not the next upload, but when you see the Batman monstrosity upload, whatever I'm going to call it, it had Batman in the title, I'll have to pull the tables as far towards me as I can with the loft ladders closed, and just see what I can gain from that way, because it can't go round that, because it will still hit it anyway, because it goes in quite far. So anyway, that is a completely different upload for a completely different day and a completely different topic and title. So you've got plenty of Star Wars stuff to happen before then, because I'm itching to get over there and just carry on with the dioramas and get some more base plates and things down. But that, I think, looks very, very, very clean. I'm happy with that. And the more I look at the corner garage, the more I think it looks okay. Obviously I could spin it around the other way, so it's the back of the building facing, but you wouldn't see the wagon, and it kind of defeats the object. I quite like Joe's garage, so you can see everything. You can see everything at the front there. Now, stalling a little bit. Hang on, thumbprint again. stalling a little bit because I'm concerned about the gap of this. I think it's about the same. Should be the same, he says, but I just don't know how much I've lost. So fingers crossed it'll be absolutely fine, or it's going to get very, very interesting very, 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 very quickly. So we were going to put diner, restaurant, pet shop. We're going to split it up with the pets in the middle, weren't we? So that can go, does it go at the bottom or at the top? Do the police station and the palace up top, or vice versa? What will go with the Natural History Museum? I suppose that's the way of looking at it. What's the... I think, what, do we have olive green on olive green, or do we stagger it? Let's stagger it, I think. So we will have the police station in next. I think that would be a nice thing. I don't even know where you are. Where are you? I am talking. This is embarrassing. I can't see the camera. I've put you down somewhere, and I cannot see you whatsoever. Oh. Hello. Oh dear. Right, that was embarrassing. Honestly, I was panicking then if you could actually see my face. So we will get you like that, I think. No, we won't. We'll just get you straight down into it. Now I know the wall's not painted on this bit, and I don't really think it's going to cause that much of a problem. So it should be fine. So the diner, I think, is going to go in first. Yeah, because we want the staircase into the middle of the staircase, don't we? So yeah, diner goes in first. I believe I couldn't find the camera. Okay, it doesn't fit. Ow! Just headbutt the table. Yeah, that works there. That's okay. That looks nice. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit dark in places, so I will figure out the lighting. Nice. Okay. The restaurant goes in there because it is, like we've been saying, 2.5. And if I push it all the way over, the restaurant's not hidden behind that leg. So we've got that space on that side, but you can't actually, you can see the whole thing. It actually looks like the staircase on that is going up the pet shop. So we've got like an open gap and an open gap, which is pretty cool. And eventually when these boxes, well, I can actually stack that box on top of that one, so we can see in there a little bit easier, so that's okay. And then yeah, it's just making that run. And to be honest, I guess I could just put that townhouse could come here, and it'll complete that would complete the run on this side, I guess. Well, the palace is going to have to go in last, so I either just, well, I might as well just put them all in. I might as well put them all in and free up this shelf for now. And then that way, if I actually need to use that for anything, I've got a full free shelf. So that'll go in first. Then we'll have the next one that goes in, which is going to be the police station. Which is very, 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 very tight to talk. Oh. Oh dear. Oh dear. We have run into a problem. And the front of that's falling off. I don't mind a little bit not fitting, but why won't the whole roof fit? Is this really too tall? Don't say this is too tall to get in here. I might cry. I might cry. I can't move the back. The back looks too nice. Bugger. Try that. This poor, oh dear, Joe's garage has been moved so many times. Now I did say it could go at the top last. You can see everything there. Oh dear, left with 2 corner units. You can't do that. I can't do that. That's criminal. Right, I'm confused, but it fits. I mean, like, to the millimetre, it fits. So, you saw what plan I did have, and it's changed. So we're going to have just a little street here, which, again, to be honest, well, it looks fantastic like that. So, that works with that, with over there, that's fine. Now we've got a problem with the flipping corner unit again, and it would be the garage again. I could just put them back to back. That's the roof for the police station, so that will go on there. Something else is obviously pinged off that as well. I'll have to find that off camera because something has pung. So I think it might have fallen onto its own roof. We can't really put the palace and the garage back to back, I don't think. No. No, we can't. I know what problem we got coming next. The next problem that we'll have is that there's 2 more corner units to come in. So that is a corner unit, so that's all tickety-boo. I don't know if I'm going to have to move the Jazz Club. Do I swap the Jazz and the Palace? And that way I've got a corner unit at each end. And then the other corner unit's going to have to go where the police station is, and the police station goes to the other one, and the corner unit goes where the police station is, because I think we're going to have a corner at the end of each as well. Now that wasn't my fault, that little hiccup. That was not my fault. I think we are going to have to change that around ever so slightly. I will just, yeah, have a, yeah, it's going to have to be Jazz Club. Jazz Club will come. Jazz Club and the cinema next door to each other. I don't think they look too bad. It's just a shame because those buildings look great beside each other. But okay. It's a bit of a shame. But we are slowly getting there. All the things not to fit up there. I knew that was tall, but I didn't realise it was going to be like that. Put it in the same way. Ah, it just looks dreadful. Ah, it does look so bad. It doesn't work that way round. It's going to have to be the other way. Which means you're not going to see the garage. It goes back there. Why? I'll see what this looks like first, and then I'll mess around with the garage after. So the Palace comes in to the corner, like so. So we've got the door there, which looks fine. And then the jazz club comes up and on, he says. Okay, that doesn't look bad. That doesn't look bad because the townhouse goes great against that. So we come up to, we might actually be able to come all the way over this way. Yeah, get a bit more light. Oh dear. Oh no. Minifigure's just falling behind the thing, isn't it? Let's see what it looks like. I'll turn the camera off and I'll find it. Yeah, so that looks good like that, I think. So there's three. It looks like there's four, but there's only three because obviously the yellow in the townhouse I think works really well. And there is actually room for another half up there, if need be. So you're going to get more up top than anything else. So I could replace the jazz club with a full. No, it wouldn't work mathematically. That's the problem with that. Right, I am going to grab a drink because I've got massive heartburn from the orange. We're going to quick play with the garage. I'm going to find that minifigure and then we're going to start to wrap it up. Right, that has been repaired. It was literally just the extra bit of top of the chimney, so that's okay. So the minifigures have all fallen over. They will get a bit of TLC, and obviously I will get a load of minifigures at the front and just bring them in. Now, what I'm probably tempted to do is take the modulars apart and bring all the minifigures to the front and just have them stood on, because that's kind of what this is all about here. They're all together near enough, so I think they do look quite nice. So if I can just make like a little diorama with the actual minifigures from the sets, because the minifigures I've got dotted around like for the police station, all that kind of stuff, they're all in there, and I think there's one or two minifigures hidden within. So I think when I do the minifigure display for that side, because I've got Marvel minifigures on here, which I'm not going to take off to then lose, so they can just stay on there. Might have a bit of TLC with that, or I have a little bit of a play with the modulars when this bit gets done. And nobody reminded me about that, did they? Nobody. Bookshops, eh? I've left the modular out. Because we said it was going to be the same as the top, didn't we? But the bookshop was in between the cinema and the police station. So one has to go over that side anyway. And that townhouse looks too good like that, so the bookshop's going to have to go by itself. That's right. I just don't know what to do with the garage yet. So we just start another shelf of 2. Oh, I can't believe I forgot that. I've just literally just stood up, seen it, and gone, oh. So while I'm thinking about it, let's have a look and see what minifigures are in here. Where are you? Yeah, you're there or thereabouts. Because I don't actually know if there are minifigures in these or not. So there's nothing in the roof of that one, nothing in there, nothing on that one, and nothing in there. So that's what I'm going to have to do for all of them. I kind of feel I should do it now, to be honest, which I don't know. I'm pushing my luck with this. Time is, how long have we been going for? Far too long. Far too long, but at least it's kind of done. So this is going to have to go as a 1. The police station has to go beside it eventually, and then it's a corner unit. because obviously what I could do to the garage, so if I spin it the other way around, we're going to do exactly what I said I don't want to do and lose the front. Because if it goes that way, you're not going to see anything. Even though I'm even tempted not. So it needs to go on this side. So does it go this side? So we have that. That and the corner. And that townhouse, I don't think that townhouse works there properly. Bookshop might. Don't know about the townhouse. I think we just have to play with a few of them. Seeing that in the light, I'm not 100% convinced that's right. Because we have got the opportunity that side, and that goes there, and then you're not going to see anything. So it has to go in the corner. We've got no choice. We've got no choice whatsoever. So it's going to have to go. It's a maze, so does it really matter too much? We'll have those two there. We'll bring that one over and that one over. I don't know whether to swap those two over. I'm not too sure. I really don't think you can see a thing, which is not good. No, you're facing the ceiling, weren't you? Yeah, great. So, yeah, the garage I've moved a couple of times. I'm not too sure about this. I don't know if that looks better or worse. It's this one was my concern. That's better. That's much, much better. And it's going to be the corner, which, to be fair, probably should be the garage. Because it can only go, it physically can only go that way, and I think the others will look better in this corner facing the other way. Because we've got the hotel and the other thing. That does look very smart like that, though. Just will the garage fit, or does it look all right in that corner or not? Kind of gives a more of a rooftop jump, so you can make some dials on top if we wanted to. Not that I'm going to, but it gives us that ability, but you just can't see that at all. But something's gonna get lost. I mean, you can see it now if I move that out of the way. But those two definitely work. And this has to stay down there, so for the sake of being able to see it, I am going to bring that back down into this corner, and we're just going to go for a 2 and a 2, and we are finished. So that goes back into there, that goes there, and then we'll basically figure it out as we go, because we've got, oh, I forget about the police station. I think the police station next to the garage would actually work, but I love those two together. I think they look really, really clean. So I think that townhouse would look better against that purple. And then the police station comes out, that stays as it is, they stay as they are, maybe get moved over. Different corner unit there, different corner unit there. But I think the next corner unit I get, which would be the hotel, I think, or the new Tudor one, whichever one looks better, we'll go where the police station is, and I'll just swing them down. But that won't be for a very, very long time. So this is what they all now look like. So yeah, cinema into the jazz club, into that townhouse, I think that works. So I could take that townhouse off and put another 32 by 32 there. Basically means I could put the garage there, couldn't I, facing inwards, which is something I've not tried. Because it gives you, because you've got 4 base plates of space up at the top. But no, I'll leave that like that. We know we've got a plan for that. Obviously I need those there. Know what I'm going to do with that one. So we have got room for 2 32 base plates, which is the current 2 that I'm missing. But I reckon I'll be able to get some more in underneath this table. If I got another one of those, I reckon when this is closed, it would actually be higher than that. So I couldn't use the top, but I could actually use underneath. That's why I can't use this space at the moment, but I'll be able to use the bit underneath, which would then give us another 2.5. So we have got a lot of expansion for the future, which is absolutely fantastic. But guys, I've wasted enough of your time, and I've created a serious amount of mess. So this is now going to be one upload, this is going to be a completely separate upload, and I've got all of the Star Wars bits and pieces to get on with. So I have got lots and lots of mini projects to do. These, obviously, all of these on the floor, they will be hidden behind the modulars. You're not even going to know that they are there, really. So that is fantastic. A-frame cabin, and that will be its own separate display, separate upload. And then we've got this as its own separate upload. And the Ninjago will be a separate upload as well, because that now is going to annoy me so much with it being in front of the Batman artwork that I will just be repairing these as quick as I possibly can. So that's why I've done it. So it's just going to annoy me because I know it's going to look rubbish on camera, so I will just get round to getting that done sooner rather than later. And like I said, I think the Ninjago will go back, so those boxes could just go over into that corner, but they're still going to be in the way when I do the Batman stuff. But that's all future stuff. We've achieved something. We've achieved a lot of table space, which is great, because not only do we have, well, all of this basically now going all the way over, because obviously they were all there. When the Ninjago stuff goes back and this is all done, that's all going to be taken, but the main space has actually come back from this table. So I reckon if we count them, we've got 1, 2, 3 units, they go over there. We've gained 2 tables is what we've done. We've gained 2 tabletops, of which we can spread out a little bit and try and make some really nice dioramas up. But me stood here now, that does look very, very clean and very, very bright, and we have got plenty of room for expansiony bits and pieces. And if me losing the bits and pieces in the corner there doesn't work, and I can only go, say for example, 2 rather than 2.5, and I just the far end, I'll just get another one of those just to go in that bit. But guys, again, that is it, and I am done. Thank you very, very much for sticking with me on that. That has been a pain. I have spent, what we are now, 3.5 hours on this, say 4 of my life. 4 hours of my life moving 13 modulars. That's it, 13 modulars. It's taken that long. But guys, if you could like this video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic. But as always, thank you very much for watching. You lot take care, and I'll be at the next one.